Hi, everybody. Here's another one of the recorded classes. So I hope you're liking these. I hope that you find them helpful to keep you on track and take when we're not together. And we're just going to get started. So housekeeping. Always consult with your physician before engaging in any physical activity program. By participating in this online exercise class, you assume all dangers, hazards, risks of such participation. The exercises I demonstrate can be physically demanding, so if you're unable to safely perform, please modify for your own safety or choose another set of exercises. Off and running. Glasses off. Here we go. I'm even going to put my stopwatch on so I can be timing a few things for us while we work today. And let's just get started. Roll your shoulders out. I'm rolling them back, as you can see. So we're rolling back. And let's roll them forward too. You're just starting movement for the day. We don't want to rush or make our bodies go too fast, right? They like slow warm-ups. Let's stretch those hands out. This is a dumbbell workout today. You're gonna want your hand weights, your dumbbells, something to carry in each hand. Let's put it that way. Because we're also gonna work on a couple of balance drills with those things. You'll see, it's all coming. Roll the wrists. Let's make some hip circles here. So nice wide stance. Take those hips around. This one in particular can feel really good and probably one to do a couple times each day. Move those hips, right? As your hips come forward, squeeze the glutes. Let's fire them up. They're going to work for us today too. Two more this direction. And let's go the other way. Again, keep that squeeze in mind as the hips come forward. We want to fire the glutes up. 3, 2, last one. I'm going to extend one long leg out. And today, let's just windshield wipe the foot. You're going to feel something way up in this hip. Nice rotation way up in the hip. Couple more. Bring that leg back underneath you. Pedal it out or a little mini march. And then we'll take it to the other side. So long leg here. On the heel. Little windshield wipe. There we go. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go back to more warm up for that lower body after we do our breathing routine and our spinal work, and we'll get those legs nice and warmed up. Let's find ourselves wrapped right around that rib cage. Here's where we purposefully draw the breath in and place it to certain spots in our body. Let's take that first breath in through the nose, sending it right behind where the chest, where your fingers are here, wrapping around your rib cage. Nice deep breath in. And then exhale as if you're blowing out candles. Nice and easy. Our second breath is going to help us get nice and wide through the rib cage. Here we go. And exhale. Third one. Notice where your thumbs are wrapped around to the backside. Let's draw the breath in and send it right there. Full deep breath. And now our fourth one, we're going to get the hands up toward the belly. This one really helps me focus on drawing that breath in nice and deep. Exhale. Can you keep that breath that full and yet use the rest of the body so we continue to warm up? That oxygen is flowing in. Let's see if we can take sending it all the way to the ends of our limbs here, hands and feet, right? And one more. Great work. Roll your shoulders out again. We're ready to segment that spine into different areas for a warm-up. Let's start at the bottom. I'll just turn to the side here. We're gonna tuck that tailbone under, which means you're gonna squeeze the glutes to help facilitate that. And then get a nice big exhale to finish it off. Now inhale, regroup, retuck, squeeze those glutes, and exhale. Here's where we set up the basement, the foundation. Tuck and squeeze. 3 more. Tuck and squeeze. 2. Tuck and squeeze. And 1 more. Tuck and squeeze. Those were nice, full, big tuck unders. Let's find something that's like a semi-tuck. You can keep your awareness to it. You can sustain it. We're going to hang on to it, and then let's travel up the spine, giving space all the way through. Arms are long here to help us elongate that spine. When you're feeling like you're reaching your limit here in terms of height, check on your shoulders, bring them down away from your ears, and then let's move into side bend. We'll use our breath here. Inhale first, and then as you exhale, let it flow over. We'll repeat 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. And our third one. Inhale, exhale. Great work. Again, staying nice and long, nice and tall. Let's take it to the other side. Deep breath in, and then exhale. I gotta recheck my softness in my knees. Make sure we don't have those locked out, right? Inhale, exhale, and 1 more. Long stretch. Great job. Separate those hands. Pausing here. We're gonna rotate right in the middle spine area, the thoracic spine. We're not gonna force that rotation. Work with the range your body's willing to offer. I guarantee as we warm up a little more, you'll find that you're able to turn a little bit more as well. Looking behind you. There we go. Let's do 1 more each way. Great job. Setting those arms back down. Now we're going to set the shoulder girdle up so we can really work that cervical spine. And we'll do that with our cars. Remember, those are those controlled articulated rotation. We have candlesticks out in front and my arms are nice and long, taking the shoulders up to our ears and out. Let's lower and pull back. Doing that again. Up, out, lower, and back. Okay, now we're going to do it in reverse. Send them out nice and low. Now reach them up to your ears, pulling them back. They're up high and down. You've got it. 1 more time. Out, up, here's back, and lower. Relax, let those arms come down to your side. We just want to let this cervical spine get a little time to open up as well. We're going to pay attention to the shoulders, noticing if they creep up or dump forward. Let's lock them in, little squeeze behind in the shoulder blades, and then rotation of the head. Looking over one shoulder, then the next. Doesn't matter which way you start. It's all the same. Let's do 2 more. Awesome. This can feel so good just to concentrate on one spot, one area. Now let's work with the chin coming up and the chin to your chest. Again, notice if your shoulders are creeping one direction or dumping forward. We want to keep them locked. We'll roll them out after we're done. How's that little semi-tailbone tuck? Have you got it underneath? And let's pause right here. Okay, here's where the volunteers, the shoulders are our volunteers. They love to jump in and help. We're gonna tilt our head over and try to keep the opposite shoulder nice and level, locked into place. Let this elongate the neck. I get my pops and crackles in this one. 2 more sets. Last one. Ooh. And a pause. Here's that final one, the one that can be forgotten. Our neck can extend out. The chin extends away from our body and the chest, and we can retract and pull it back in. Give that a try. Think out nice and long. And one more. Awesome. Now we can roll those shoulders, loosen that up a little bit. We don't want to save any tension in there. We want to let it go. Cat and cow is next. If you've got somewhere to take yourself down to the floor and use a mat or just your nice flooring, carpet flooring, go ahead and take yourself where it's best for you to do your cat and cow. I'll stay standing to show what I do. I've got a pretty good stance here, a little wider than hip width apart. My hands are going to go right to the top middle portion of my thigh. And I'm going to start by tucking my tailbone under, rounding the spine, separating the shoulder blades, they get wide, and then I push into my thighs, finishing it off. Chin is into my chest. Now I'm going to take everything the other direction. So the tailbone goes up, my belly comes down to the floor, reaching through, and I start to take my gaze up to the ceiling. Chin is up. Flow back and forth here. What works for you? Just looking to create space between the vertebrae as we take this movement another direction. Big exhale as you are in cat. Draw a breath in as you move into cow. That's how you can flow with the breath. Last part here. And pause, neutral spine. So we're going to wear our brace here, pulling our abdominals in, no roundness in our spine. We're going to keep that nice and straight, nice and flat. And then back to rotation. So I've got my hand behind my head, rotating at the waist, letting the shoulders be the steering wheel. That elbow comes down to the floor. And then I follow it back up. 2 more. And up. Last one. And up. Can you go back and find that neutral spine again? It's usually that braced feeling. You've got a shield right here. Take the other hand behind the head. Find that twist. And up. 2 more. Last one. And a pause. Now tuck that tailbone one more time. That's your foundation. You're going to bring everything up right on top of it, nice and tall, and roll the shoulders out. Ah, great job. Let's get a sip of water. We're going to activate a little bit more. Dumbbells need to be close, but not in our hands yet. So just have them close by. I'm going to get mine ready too. Like I said, we're going to need to warm up this lower half yet, because we've got a few things that we're going to take with us through the rest of the workout, and that'll help us with strength and balance. I'm going to ask you to just find some calf raises just to warm up the calves, and we're going to work with calf raises today quite a bit. Feet and legs are about hip width apart, so the legs are coming right down from the hips. Before we get started, wheel your feet in your shoes. Notice your toes at the front of your shoes. Now spend a little time finding the surface of the ball of your foot in your shoe. If you can you try to flatten to the arch or through the arch? Depends on how high your arches are, right? And can you find your heels? Yeah. Now, can you scrunch up some sock in your shoe? Make fists like me if you need to. Scrunch, 3, 2, 1, release. Let's do it 4 more times. Squeeze those toes, 3, 2, 1, release. Again, squeeze, 3, 2, 1, and release. 2 more. Squeeze them up, release. Last one, and squeeze. All right, let's add on and add those calf raises now. Shoulders are relaxed and down from our ears. I'm just gonna ask for a steady count of up and down, even tempo. We're gonna do 10 right here. So it's up and down, up to the toe and down. Probably the ball of the foot is where I'm really kind of finding the most contact into the floor. That's it, we're halfway. 5, 4, 3, 2, woo, and 1. Yeah, they're getting good and warm. Pedal it out, shake it out. We're gonna do a set in staggered stance. What I mean by that is taking 1 foot forward. You're going to have your foot, the front foot, the heel of that front foot is gonna be in a parallel line to the toe on the back foot. So I can draw a nice even line between back leg and foot toe over to the front leg heel. It's like a half a pace or even smaller, but it's a staggered stance. Now we're here, let's do 5 nice even calf raises right here. Up and down, up and down. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go into the staggered stance on the other side. All you need to do is bring that back leg forward a half pace. Make sure that you could draw a line between front foot heel to back foot toe. Once you're there, you've got some width between each of those feet, and we're gonna do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice job. All right, go ahead and start a toy soldier march for me. So we don't really have a bent knee. We don't have a bent knee at all. It's a nice long kick out. And you're gonna feel a nice stretch through the back of each leg. You're gonna flex that foot and it can travel. If you wanna start adding some arms with it, we can do that too. So we got a bit of a toy soldier here. It's a nice, easy way to call it out and let you know what I've got in mind. This is our toy soldier. Yes. 5, 4, 3. Now you're gonna take it to our heel duck walk. So just walking on the heels as we keep those toes up toward our knee and calf, or shin, I should say. And again, go ahead and travel, move around, take up a little bit of space, but stay on your heel. 10 more seconds here. And then I'm gonna finish it up with a little bit of a kick behind. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna ask you to kick that heel right up to your back side, your rear, but go ahead and feel that stretch that comes right down the quad. Very nice. Great job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give me a little pedal out. Grab your dumbbells. I'm going to ask you to carry them with you with those different walks. As if you had suitcases or shopping bags with you. This is going to be a tug, and you're going to need to stay tall and lifted through that tug you've got weighing you down. Let's find our toy soldier walk here again. So nice straight leg out in front. Toes are going right up to the ceiling. You've got a very flexed foot here. We're in this one for about 10 more seconds. Keeping a tall, lifted posture. There it is. Now we need to be in our duck walk. Pick those toes up, walk on your heels, and continue to carry your suitcases. Not that you would ever do this in the airport or anything like that, but it's good for our balance. Yeah, keep those toes up. Keep those toes up. All right, And our last one here is kick behind. I want to have you keep those suitcases right next to your side. You're going to feel that stretch right down the front of the quad. Yeah, there we go. You're probably getting a little warmer here too, right? 5, 4, give me a whole other round. You know where we're headed. Let's go toy soldier walk. Toes are up. Woo! These bags are getting heavy, aren't they? Where's the baggage area? We need to drop them off. Give me 5 more seconds right here. You got it. Duck walk is next. I would not advise you walk through the airport with these goofy walks and your bags, but if you needed to, you could. Keep those toes up, pressing through the floor. Yeah, I bet your ankles are getting really warm here too. 5, 4, 3, 2, and your last one is that kick behind. Nice stretch down the front of the leg. Woo. Those bags are getting heavy. We should definitely find where bag drop is. 10 more seconds. I must have travel on the brain, huh? Kick it up behind. 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm gonna let us get a little break from those dumbbells, a little activation for upper body. Can you find a horse stance to keep something going on for that lower body? That means that we're on a horse, we're using our inner thighs to keep us on that horse. And we've got a nice wide position here, palms facing forward. Let's reach long through the arm, shoulders are down, and then just bend the elbow, pinch the shoulder blade. Here we go. 7, and reach. 6, 5. Great work. 4, you're feeling some heat now in that upper body. 3, 2, carrying those heavy bags, you're like, I felt work the whole time. 1, great job. Can you lower these down? Palms are facing the floor now, and let's pull back, really squeeze and pinch, and let it go here. So pull and squeeze, and long. You got 6 more. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower those arms down, roll your shoulders. How about a quick sip of water? I want to jazz up our walks with those dumbbells, just one more level, and then we're going on to some added strength. What do I mean by that? Take the dumbbells, either put one in one hand and carry nothing in the other, or if you really want to pile it on over here, you're going to take it just into one side. This is going to add a little work for our core because you're feeling that tug, and we need to fight against that tug. So we go back to the same walks we did, but we got a job here. We got to keep our shoulders level. We can't tip and tilt here, right? We want to use the core to stabilize and then keep ourselves up top. Let's give it a try. Toy soldier first. Your challenge is to try to not dump to the weighted side. Keep those toes up nice. Flex foot. Okay. You got 8 more seconds. I know that bag's getting really heavy. 3, 2, 1. Can you still maintain that even plane with the shoulders, right? Try to avoid the dump, and you're now in your duck walk. Take it wherever you can. 3, 2, now we got to kick behind. This one's easy to kind of get that momentum going because we got a little oomph in it, but try to keep level. I'm trying to avoid dumping into that weighted side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give yourself just a little break, maybe even it out here. We're going to do 1 round for the other side. And then we've got some sneaky core and some extra work for balance. Check, it's off the list. All right, here we are, other side. Shoulders are level, that's gonna be my cue, and you're gonna feel a little zigzag in that core. Let's start, a trick here too can be pretend you've got this other side weighted as well, and keep it nice and extended. Your body knows that that's a joke. There's no weight over there. because it's working hard in here to resist that dump. But we don't need to tell the body everything. All right, keep those toes up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find me that duck walk. We're gonna continue on. Again, never ways you wanna walk at the airport, unless you needed to. Maybe something was wrong with the toes, but can you even find yourself in reverse here? Oh, look at my bobble. I gotta straighten it out. 3, 2, and kick behind. That's it. Kick behind. Woo, Nicole. This one was kind of an interesting one, wasn't it? But I love sneaky core. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find that sip of water again. Dumbbells can take just a moment to break. You can take the break. And we've got a little bit of strength to work on here. Something about carrying something heavy too adds a little warm up. We've got 3 strength exercises. Our first one is for the chest. You've got a wide stance, back to that horse stance, squeezing through the inner thighs to keep me on the horse, and my glutes, they're squeezing too. We're gonna have to use all through the hip area. French doors, what that means, you're gonna start in a goal pose position or cactus arms if you like that. I've got a weight on each side, and you can certainly do this without weight. You're gonna close the French doors, squeeze the chest, and open. Your breath follows suit like this. Exhale. Inhale as you open the doors. Exhale. Inhale. Here we go. Exhale. Inhale. Lots of great work for the chest. And what's behind? Pinch those shoulder blades back there. Let's work the posture muscles in the upper back. How about 3 more? And 2. And 1. And then tuck your elbows into your waist. Extend the arms down. Coming out of that nice and gracefully. Let's get off this horse. We've got calf raises. I want to go back to a staggered stance for them, just like we did in the beginning or a little bit ago. Front foot, the heel is in line with the back foot toe. There we go. We've got 6 now for each position. Let's change it halfway through, right? Okay. Take it up and lower. Very light touch on the lower, because you're going to go right back up. 3 more. Exhaling at the top here. 2. Inhale down and exhale. Easy switch. That back heel is in line with the front toe on the other side. And we're looking ahead. This is another challenge. We got to keep our posture here too. So we're holding our heavy bags. We're going to go up to the toes. 6. Lower. 5. 4. And try to see that both heels can hit or touch the floor at the same time. If they're kind of in a difference, work on getting them to work together. That was our last one. You can tell it was a challenge for me too, right? Yeah, and pedal it out. Okay, last one, we're gonna row a little bit, low row. So our stance is narrow. We start in a nice tall position. We look like we're pointing to the 12 on the clock. Hinging forward about 10%, 10 degrees. So I'm about like so with a flat back. And I've got my dumbbells on either side. Here's what's going to happen now. We're going to row, squeeze, pinch the shoulder blades behind, and extend. Let's pull and row. And extend. You hear the pup, don't you? Yeah, pull and squeeze. And extend. Reach back and pull. We've got 4 more. 4. Here's 3. Now 2. And 1. Extend those arms. Stand yourself up. Options. We're going to go through that walk series one more time here. You could keep your dumbbells in one in each hand. You could skip the dumbbells. I would say let's avoid doing more with a one weighted side just this round. That was just our first time doing it. So unless you're repeating this class and you want to add on that way, I'm going to keep a heavy bag to either side and take 20 seconds here to toy soldier walk, keeping my toes pointed up to the ceiling, checking on my posture. I want to stay nice and tall. So yeah, that's kind of the neat thing with a recorded class. You could repeat and then change it up a little bit. 3, 2, now you gotta find your duck walk. Back to your heels, pushing them into the floor. Secret here is squeeze those glutes and take small steps. You don't have to take big steps. Small steps will do it. You won't get very far, so you can't do it in a rush, but it's working those legs. 3, 2, and kick behind. Woo. Little kick in the rear. Keep us going, right? Getting into the home stretch. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's take a little break from dumbbells. Stretch your hands, circle your wrists. Get what you need, water. Let's do another round of that strength. Lots of calf work today, so we'll definitely stretch them out. Find your staggered stance. You know where I'm headed. Let's add on. Let's do 7 calf raises this time. We did 6 before. We started with 5. Here we go. Level shoulders, and we go up and lower. Again, both heels meeting the floor at the same time. Thinking on that. Exhale. My count here says we have 3, 2, and 1. Great job. How about another half staggered step forward? Roll your shoulders back, pinch, and we've got 7 here. Up and down. Almost halfway. It's not really a half to a 7. It could be right here, the 4th. There we go. Now we have 3 left. 3, 2. Great job. And 1. Woo! That felt good. I think we did those after. I think I mixed up the order, but it doesn't matter. I know what the order is, or I know what we did. So we've got French doors. Find a wider stance here. You're going to find those cactus arms. This will feel good because we're going to do a chest exercise followed up by one for the back. And they're kind of like paired muscles when you're doing strength. So this will feel really good. Here we are holding those doors open, and let's close the doors. Exhale, open, and close. All right, check on that tailbone tuck. Is it semi-tucked underneath you? Yes. Are you squeezing the glutes? Yes. Do you feel tall and lifted through the crown of your head? Yes. We have 3 more. Here's 2. And 1. I like to just let those elbows tuck in right next to my side and then relax the shoulders and arms. Last one are the low row. You're zipping up your stance, nice and narrow, standing tall to point to 12 o'clock and taking your head forward. Now you're probably at 10 o'clock. We'll call it 10 degrees. Dumbbells are down in front. Go ahead and squeeze and pull and extend. Pulling back and extend. Feel those shoulder blades slide together, pinch at the top and extend. We got 5 more. There we go. 4 and 3. Here's 2. Pull those belly buttons in at the same time right here. Abs working. And 1. Extend long. Roll it out. I'm going to suggest setting them down. Let's stretch through our hands. We're not going to do a little cardio burst after this because we've got an express round for strength. And then we get to start that stretch. All right. Let's go back, calf raises. Adding on, we're gonna increase our numbers. So find your staggered stance. Those dumbbells are on either side. We have 8 in this stance, and then we'll change it up and do 8 on the other. Here we go. Up and down. Again, feel for the heels to be even as they touch the ground. Great work. You're halfway there. Here's 4. And 3. 2. And 1. Lots of calf raises today. Go ahead and change that staggered stance. Bring it that half pace forward. There's a line between the heel and the toe. Nice and tall. And 8. 7. 6. I'm going right to the ball of my foot. 5. 4. Here it is. 3. 2. And 1. I'm feeling heat. They're tired, they're fatigued. March it out. Horse stance and French doors. Here we go. We got 8 here. I'm squeezing to stay onto my horse. Squeeze, exhale. Open up. Staying strong. We want that upper arm to stay parallel to the floor. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Tuck those elbows right into your side, extend the arms, little stretch, little break, and we go into that narrow stance. Start nice and tall, pointing to the 12, hinging to the 10. Draw those dumbbells right up next. Squeeze those shoulder blades at the top and extend. Pull, squeeze. I'm gonna look to the floor now about 3 feet in front of me. That's gonna keep my neck neutral, like we do for our spine. So no roundness, nice and straight. These are our last 3. Pull, squeeze. Here's 2. And 1. Go ahead and stand yourself up tall. Roll your shoulders back. Woo! Here's what I'm feeling. I feel like I need to rotate a little. So if you're feeling that same thing, it could definitely be the heavy bags, our suitcases they were carrying, and we were weighed down. I feel like my spine right in the middle needs a little rotation. And we can even do this and walk a little bit. Get that sip of water. Let your body know we're starting to cool down now. We've done the real work. Yeah. And flow the arms and shoulders. Oh, great work, everybody. Let's definitely move into these calves and stretch them very, very close to when we just worked them. Long lunge. So the leg that's behind, the heel can be away from the floor at first. Do what you can to extend that heel down to the floor. And now I'm thinking about getting a breath, like we practiced at the beginning of class. Draw the breath in. I want to send it right down to the calf of this leg. Let's hold here and breathe. You need to have a little support here. You can put a little weight into that front leg. One more breath. Awesome. Now go ahead and bring that leg about halfway to the standing leg. And we're just gonna make sure we can stretch through the ankle and Achilles as well. So I'm bringing it in. I'm gonna put the whole foot to the floor. So I'm flat-footed. I start to feel a stretch in that back ankle and calf now. And I'm gonna have my trunk, the weight of my whole body up here, distributed between the 2 feet. So I'm right between them. Now I'm just gonna lower myself a little bit, trying to keep my heel on that floor. And when I feel that stretch coming through the foot and the ankle, That's where I'm gonna hold and breathe. Go ahead with your next breath, pick yourself up, and let's change and do everything on the other side. So it starts with the long leg, the long runner's lunge, I guess we could call it. Weight is in the top of the thigh on the front leg, and I have my heel up. Now I'm going to encourage you to go down, breathe into the calf. You'll get some stretch through that foot as well, but we'll get a little more focused on that with the next stretch. Next inhale, go ahead and pick yourself up and find placement for that back leg now about halfway closer. You still have separation between the two, so I'm not on a tightrope. I've got good balance with a wide base of support. I've got my foot flat to the floor, and I'm going to put the rest of my body with right in between each foot. So that's where I'm distributing my weight. Little slight knee bend, but keep the heel to the floor here. The ankle can be very tight, so it doesn't take much of a dip. Think of that compression all day long. Next inhale, pick yourself up and definitely shake those legs out. Maybe a little kick behind to stretch through the front of the leg here. We used muscles for the chest and the back. Let's start by separating the shoulder blades. So interlace the fingers. We're going to separate those shoulder blades and stretch through the back. I've got a nice oval in front of me with soft elbows, tucking my chin, opening through the shoulder blades, breathing into that space. Here's where it's okay to dump those shoulders forward. You want to have that space created. Let's raise the chin, relax through the back, separate the hands, and then become our own human arrow, not an error. We're not arrows, we're arrows. Take your arms out to either side like the wings of an arrow, and you're gonna open through the sternum. This is where we'll breathe into that space. Tall and lifted, the chin is slightly raised. Next exhale, just start to lower your chin and your arms to your side. Reduce any tension that we built in the neck. So I'm going to just help that head tilt here. Little weighted hand on the top of my head, stretching through the neck. Check on that shoulder that likes to dump forward. Let's open it up. We opened that space before. Let's go to the other side. Keep those deep breaths going. Shoulder can come back. 3, 2, and 1. We've got one final breath to cap it off. Here we go. Inhale. And exhale. Check it off. You are done with your workout for the day. Thank you for attending the recorded classes as well. Send me a quick email if you took this. Let me know. I need feedback, and I'll see you guys soon.